G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to walk you through SEO Client Hunting, how to get SEO clients. Now this video is going to be very comprehensive and I'm going to explain strategies that actually work to help you get clients. I'm going to explain my secrets to success with this, because this isn't going to be that type of video that's like go and scrape this and then email them. And how often are you replying to spam emails? Not often. So I'm going to show you my strategy that's worked and got me into the position where I no longer need to do this anymore. So I'm going to show you everything today. Let's jump into it. Now, just before we jump into it, guys, Rank Lightning is almost here. Our planned launch date is at the end of April. It's going to be around there. So that's when we're planning to launch. Now, you're probably watching this. It's already live. So go over and check out the most comprehensive SEO tool that's out there for an affordable price. And if you get in now before we do launch the tool, you enter in those details there, I guarantee you, you are going to get and locked in at a price for life that will be cheaper than anything ever displayed on the website. So go ahead, go over to ranklightning.com, jump over there, jump on here, and you will get the drastically reduced price grandfathered in for life. So go over and do that now, guys. Now, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact approach that I took. So the way I applied it, because everyone knows I don't even call myself an SEO. I call myself a businessman because I'm in multiple businesses, but I made my millions in telecom before I made a cent in SEO, before I made a cent doing all of this. So I bring that knowledge from the business world into the SEO. And that's how I've been able to shortcut my way to success in this game. Because honestly, business is very similar. If you can apply things that worked in an area, like what Elon does as an example, you can see that he starts to have successes in a lot of different ventures. And you're like, how is this possible? Digging holes doesn't relate with launching rockets, but things can be applied. They don't always work out, but I want to show exactly what will. So the way I try to do this, and I think in the SEO game, you need to have credibility. Now, you say 2 years ago, Ronnie, having a business in your name's probably not the greatest idea. And I would kind of agree with you there. However, I have always said, as of the last sort of 2 years, with the prevalence of AI, I strongly believe that having a personal brand is the way going forward. Because people aren't always going to want to work with AI. They'll want to work with a person. We all yearn for that human connection. So building yourself up and building yourself into a credible asset is something that people are going to buy into. That's why you're here right now watching this. That's why you're happy to be a part of my journey, because you guys are like, this guy's done some results. He's shown us things. He's actually not sat there and put us up the duff. He showed us this is how we do it. And this is how I've done it. That's what you want to do with your clients. When you're trying to get SEO clients, you have to do exactly the same thing, guys. So let's do step one. Now with step one, you need to prove that you have previous SEO results. All right. This is number one. Now, the reason I start with this approach is because who cares if you send 10,000 emails a day? Who cares? What's the likelihood of that being a good lead that trusts you and converts? Wouldn't you rather send 100 emails and get 10 bookings? Smarter, work smarter, not harder. So the first thing I would strongly suggest that you do is have some success. Now, how can you show that you've got success? Like what I do with the Osborne Digital Marketing, I show that the roofing SEO, the carpet cleaning SEO, plumbing, all of them, I show that I'm always somewhere around the top, if not up the top of Google. I'm going against the best in the business, guys, the best in the business. And I don't have the budget that they have. And I'm beating them. I'm showing that credibility at my abilities to rank with SEO. You need to do the same thing. Now, you might not be able to win the roofing SEO, the carpet cleaning SEO. It might not be possible for you, but you certainly could do it for your town. And another thing I would suggest that you do, like I work with a lot of roofers. If I was going after a roofer, and I was starting at scratch, you're not going to go after roofing SEO. You're going against, like I said, all the big guys in the industry. What could you do? Set up a lead gen asset in a smaller city outside of the people that you're targeting. Get that bad boy to the top. Because then when you're sitting down on the meeting with someone, we all know that Google reviews can be faked. We all know that client testimonials can be bought from overseas. It's all nonsense. So what can you do? How about you build up a lead gen asset that's in the city over from where all the people that you're targeting are? You get that up the top. You're going to be like, this is my website. Let me show you how I can prove it. You log into the back end of the website and start changing things. That's your website. That's your asset. That's a great way that you can help prove that you'll get results first. And you need to follow these steps. I'm laying out all the steps. Listen along. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys, too. So that's step one. Now, how often do you get an email that's spam and it's just nonsense? It's not useful. You don't respond to it. Honestly, I get hundreds of emails a day and it frustrates. This is going to sound dramatic, but if you send me an email that's not useful, trying to do business with me, I'm out. I won't engage with you. That's not productive. Why waste that opportunity? If you have a product that you want to get in front of me, reach out and say, hey man, I know that you do these videos. I know that you do this. This is how this is going to help you. Be helpful. So as you can see, prepare something useful to help entice the potential client. Now let's put that in the SEO world. So if you're out there SEO client hunting and you're trying to get SEO clients, how would this make sense to you? First thing, you'd all be thinking, oh, do the audit, do the website audit. Why? That's been played to death. Does it work a lot of the time? No, because most people don't even know what it is. They think they're filing with the IRS with their website. Guys, be logical. Be logical. So what's something useful? Let's say I'm trying to entice a roofer. What's something useful to him? Okay, I'm going to jump over to his page. I'm going to have a look at his page. I'm going to be like, okay, I've noticed that you don't have a Yelp listing or a B2B. So why don't I create a video on saying, this is how you can actually create it, mate. Go and do this because your competitors have them. That's why I don't like the individual website audit, because what does it not show? The competitors. You might be sitting there going, yeah, this keyword ranks over here for you and your competitor. Why? No one cares. And someone's like, does this even matter? Put it in context, show the competitors. So let me just show you another example of something useful that you can pitch to someone. So I'm going to jump over to here to Rank Lightning, a beautiful, beautiful tool. Now I've gone over here, I've just gone Roofer Austin, scroll down, these guys aren't doing well. So why aren't they doing well? Well, this is where you get to put your piece of resistance on it. You get to reach out and have a look. So as you can see with Rank Lightning, I'll walk you through it quickly, but here's your general map pack. They're not doing great. So sending that to them, sending a video going, hey mate, brother, you're not doing too well, bro. You're not getting phone calls, man. You're not getting many phone calls at all, if maybe one lead a month. But then you want to be able to present why that is. Like that's cool. He'll know that he's not getting phone calls through his website. He'll know that because he's not getting phone calls through his website, but he won't know that there's a potential. And that's what you need to convey. Be valuable. So as an example, I've got the competitors here, and this is what Rank Lightning does. Immediately, I could come over here and be like, I've singled him out, and I can see, mate, the median side of it, you're missing at least 24 reviews, okay? We're missing at least 93 images. You know, we want to add some more images in there. Are there more categories? Like, are there additional categories? Well, these guys have additional categories, but the top three other ones don't really have them. So how would I be looking at all of this? I would be able to say to this guy, like, listen, mate, this is what you need to do. You need to go out there and get more reviews. He might not know that, because what's more reviews to him? He doesn't know what the top guys are, because over here, he might have been up here seeing family and he does a search and they've got 3 reviews and he's sitting there going, beautiful, I've got 24, I've got more. Think contextually, be relevant to the business owner. So you need to sit here and show them something like this. So you grab the screenshot from Rank Lightning, you send it over and you're like, hey mate, this is where we have a deficit. This is why your website and your Google business profile is not getting your leads. Be very relevant, guys. Provide useful information. Now, how long do I think that you would sit on this? If this is me, this is honestly what I would do back in the day. I would do this type of stuff. I would do this type of stuff because I knew, and again, think about yourself. How many emails have you received that are actually tailored to this? Not many. My success rate with getting bookings was so much higher than I'd ever get with just blasting as many cold emails that was kind of relevant. It was so much higher. I even had a VA. I hired a VA. The first VA I ever hired was to do this type of stuff, was to sit down and go, here's your deficit. Here's what we could do. That would take him on average 3 minutes to do this. Okay, so 3 minutes. Then if you include sending the email, it's around about 5. So every 5 minutes, he was able to send out emails. And it was super, super personalized. You can't help but look at it. This shows you stand out in the marketplace when you take the time. So if you're SEO client hunting, you're trying to get more SEO clients, be different to the spam. And this is how you can stand out. The next step you want to do is now you can start getting that information in. So now you can start collecting all of the stuff. Now, I wanted to start here before going out there scraping lead lists and doing all that, because I want to convey the importance of doing it properly. I guarantee you right now, if you do this, if you do step 1 and 2 first, you're doing all of this, you're collecting all of that information for your list that you've got all of that together, and you start reaching out in that manner, I guarantee you, you're getting meetings booked. Guarantee you. I did it myself. This was the very first thing that I ever did to start getting clients in the law. Started ranking for things myself, then I was able to translate that into results and book clients. That's how you can win with it. That's how you'll get more SEO clients. If you don't have any success out there, you've got to make something successful. Because if you think about in your own personal life, do you listen to people that haven't actually achieved success themselves? No, we don't. What do we call those people? Politicians. And we all love them, don't we? So you can collect data from Google, like Maps, LinkedIn. You can go on there and obviously use all of the tools to scrape that stuff down. Now, this is not a scraping video, but there are things like lead rocks you can use. You can use things like Lead Spring. You can use things like, D7 leads. These types of things you can also buy the leads on. So there's a lot of platforms out there selling those things now. Guys, go on to Fiverr. There'll be a list of emails and stuff for dentists, for plumbers, whatever niche you're in, they'll have it. So you can go on there and get the emails and all of that of individuals. So it's very, very easy to get this data. But again, this is easy. Do we value easy in life? No, we do not. We respect what is hard. This is easy. This is hard. Do what's hard for your list, and I guarantee you stuff's going to start working. Now, once we've got our list, we've prepared everything like that. We've gone through, we've got our list. We know that we have to create valuable information for them. We've done that. We've looked at them. Someone's missing a Google business profile. We create a video on that. Someone's missing a Yelp listing. We make a video on that. We send over the snapshot of the local. We're looking at this and Rank Lightning, and we're going, all right, your local's deficient. Your Google business profile, it's not up to scratch. You're sending that information over. Now, when it comes to cold email, I think it is quite good if you use it in conjunction with these value propositions here. Set yourself up because of your value. Use something like Lemlist. I love Lemlist. Did get too expensive for me for the volume that we do now. Now we use our own and different platforms. So we have tons of different platforms that we use now. But Lemlist is a great start. It costs you $99. You're able to supervise a lot on it, integrates with LinkedIn. You can do some really cool stuff with it. That is what I used in the beginning, and that is what I'd recommend that you use. And you can even get on cold calls. Now, what I would suggest to cut down on time when it comes to cold calling leads, let them email you back and forward. So maybe if there's a little bit of an interest like, hey, Ron, this actually looked pretty cool. I'm getting on the blower with them. That's when I'm going to pick up the phone and be like, hey, mate, like to email. I had 5 minutes. I wanted to spend that with you. I wanted to devote that time to explaining what I was seeing in a more cohesive manner. Okay. And then on the phone too, you get their vibe. You'll understand if it's more of a time waster or if it's someone that's genuinely interested in like, all right, I like the cut of this jib. Because if someone reaches out to me with a great pitch, I don't care what it's about. I will listen to you. I always respect the hustle, but don't be lazy and just find my email somewhere and then send me this terrible email. I'll never respond to it. Straight in the spam, and I'll block it. It'll never come to me again. So just make sure you're being valuable. Cold calling does work, but I would suggest doing it after there's been a little bit of back and forward with an email. That's how you can go about it. Now, this is a really, really important tip that I do not see a lot of, in this game. Follow up with people that are somewhat interested. So let's say you've sent out an email. Again, you've grabbed the Rank Lightning screenshot. You've sent this out. I send this out to these guys. Hey boys, how you doing over at Armadillo Roofing? What's going on? This is what I found. They flick over an email back to me. Man, that's interesting. Can we have a meeting? Maybe we have our 15-minute meeting and we see what happens. It doesn't really feel right. They've got a handout over $2,500 a month. They're sitting there going, damn, Ronnie, that's a bit much. We weren't thinking it'd be this, but if that's what they want, you might sit there and there's going to be a little bit of this and you'll lose them. It might not align. The stars might not align. The best thing you can do is throw them into a bucket of 3-month follow-ups. So anyone that knows me and has worked with me directly, I work in quarters. So again, as a businessman, I work in quarters. Every 3 months, I work on 3-month schedules. That's how I try to do things. So as an example, Armadillo Roofing, those blokes that I sent the thing out to, 3 months time, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, guys? I'm going to go back to Rank Lightning. I'm going to screenshot it. Chances are that reviews are even higher up. Okay, so we can see, their deficit 43 reviews. They need 43. Maybe that goes up to 55. What am I going to be able to say? All right, boys, it's been 3 months. You've had 3 months. You've gone backwards. You know what your competitors have done? They've gone forwards, especially during harder economic times like the stuff we're going through right now. How do you foresee yourself going forward if we're not even doing well on Google? How are you going to generate additional revenue when times do start getting harder and the leads get less and less and less? We need to start now. And you can show them that they've actually gone backwards while their client has gone up. And then because you'll know the niche, you're going to say, okay, these guys are up the top for a re-roof in Austin, as an example. I know how much money that stuff can bring in. So I get to sit here and be like, okay, they were up the top. They probably made $1 million in that quarter. You lost $1 million. Your competitors made $1 million. What are we doing about that? And people will start to sit there and think about it. And if they're a logical business owner and not an emotional one, they will sit there and go, we've got to do something. That's why you provide value. You provide the value, you're speaking to the logical side of their brain. Everyone does buy on emotion. I get that. But the thing is, the real thing is most business owners are logical. We're doing it because we're not all emotional. If we're too emotional, most of those businesses go under. You want to look for the right types of clients that are going to stick with you long term when you're doing SEO client hunting. Now, make sure you put a comment down below, guys. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video. Put comments down below. Helps boost the channel up, and I really, really value that. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe it. Share it around. That also helps, guys. That really also helps. Make sure you jump over to Rank Lightning. You check that bad boy out. If you're a business owner and you want to have a chat with me, go down to the link below. You'll be able to book a free 15-minute SEO chat. Guys, have a lovely day. Cheers.